Welcome to TeddyEd Inspires and our Voices of Education series, where we recognize and celebrate educators, leaders, and community voices who are shaping learning, opportunities, and the future of our students. And as you know, at TeddyEd, we believe that educators deserve to be seen, to be heard, to be appreciated, and remembered. Because behind every student who grows in confidence, who discovers a new possibility or finds direction, there is often an educator who's worked hard and has helped make that moment really possible for that student. So today, I am honored to be joined by Dr. Oye Abioye. He is an accomplished educator. He's a finance and accounting professional, a professor, a researcher, a mentor. He's a consultant and a community leader. For more than 2 decades, Dr. Abioye has taught and supported diverse groups of post-secondary students across Canada. And just chatting with him a few minutes ago, I realized that he's been the length and the breadth of Canada. He's been in several universities, and you're going to be hearing more in a few minutes. His work actually spans finance, accounting, performance management, governance, research, virtual education, professional leadership, mentorship, you name it, and community service. So our conversation today is actually focused on educating future-ready business leaders beyond the numbers. Dr. Abioye, welcome to Voices of Education. We are truly pleased to recognize and celebrate your work today. So I'd like to welcome you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be on chat with you. Thank you.
That's beautiful, sir. Let us begin where your story began. What first drew you to education, and what has kept you committed to teaching throughout your career?
Thank you. Thank you so much for that brilliant autograph and the introduction. I think for the first question, what draws me into teaching? It wasn't a pre-planned profession. It just came as an accident, by accident, actually. Several years back, my starting point in life, I wasn't that one of the brilliant students you can talk about. I'm always very scared when I see university. I run away, I feel shy, my heart palpitates and stuff like that. So when they mentioned, are you going to go to university? I said, no, I just want to sit on the roadside and just enjoy my life and so. But things turned around. One fateful day, I was going through, how can I pursue my education? And I suddenly developed interest in accounting for certain reason. One, my dad was an accountant. He worked for Pfizer. He was the area accountant for Pfizer back in Nigeria several years back. So that being said, and I can tell you that was the only subject I knew back then. And I knew so much, knowing more than even those who are above me in my classroom. So when you say financial mathematics or mathematics, anything finance, chemistry, biology, they are the best. But when it comes to accounting, they come to me to learn from me. It's so fun. So now I finished, and then I was talking to one of my colleagues, one of my friends, in a motorway. We're just driving, and he works at a bank. And he was having serious issues understanding concept. And I said, don't worry, I will help you. Accounting, statistics, I know it very well. Not knowing someone was right behind me having issues in accounting and statistics. As soon as I alighted from the motorway, he grabbed me by the shoulder and said, I heard your discussion earlier. Can you help me? The guy actually worked for African Continental Bank at the time. And that was the time foreign exchange was so difficult to come by. So with him seeking my support, he was actually the one who actually opened a file with the CBN, so that buying foreign exchange, for my study became a very seamless. So now, fast forward several years back, the Then I got myself into Canada. Having done some work and having acquired some qualification when I first got here, I didn't even know what kind of job I should be looking for. So I got a job as a sales rep with a Culligan of Canada, selling bottle 15, 18.9 the jugs. You know what a machine that was, what I did. But at one point, and I said, okay, you know what? So this company was going through some reorganization, and then they were assigning me some client that they already got with their serving. Apparently, Centennial College was one of the client assigned to me then. So, and I go there, and I was saying to myself, I'd like to teach here. So my contact at Centennial College was the coordinator for continuing education in the evening, but I met her during the day, and I just thought, I want to teach. She said, you want to teach? Yeah. What can you teach? Any subject in business. Okay, you know what? Go to School of Business. They're looking for someone right now. If you go there right now, you are likely to get, hired. And guess what? I walked in, and they were actually looking for someone to teach 2 courses: retailing and marketing. And I have qualified. I'm a chartered marketer, by the way. So as I mentioned to the guys, oh, you know what? Maybe you are the one we want. Email your resume. I said, okay. So the next day, I did not email. I took the email there. I said, you should email. I said, well, I'm here now, so let's do the interview. And I said, okay, you know what? Which one do you like? Retail or marketing? So, you know, I think I would do retail because it was the afternoon. And that was how I started teaching here.
Wow.
This was 2005. And the following year, I was doing the same thing. I just walked to Humber College. I saw the assistants. They all clustered around the desk there, and I saw the associate the dean door open like that slightly, and I just walked beside them. I just walked straight to her. They said, "Who are you?" I said, "My name is Oye. I'm from Centennial College. I want to teach here." She said, "What can you teach?" "I want to teach retailing." Guess what? That was a course they were struggling to find a faculty member for, and the course was starting a week after. Desperate situation. And so, what do you say? You can see retailing? I said, yeah, okay, hold on. I have a job for you. And then she called a coordinator. I went to North Campus. They actually want someone in South Campus, Lakeshore.
Yeah.
And they pick up a call through to the coordinator because, yeah, you can teach retailing. Have you taught before? I said, Centennial College. Okay, you know what book are you using? I said, it was the same book. Or you know what? See me tomorrow. And that was it. When I went there, signed a contract. And basically that's how I started my teaching career. And I did the same thing as Sheridan College. I was hired just like that, and that was it. And I've been teaching all over the places. So then basically that's how I started my teaching career.
My goodness, this is such a beautiful story. What really stands out is that teaching has remained a thread through your professional journey. More than 2 years of educating and supporting students. It really reflects a remarkable commitment to helping others grow. And I'm super excited to hear more. Your students have come from many different backgrounds, Dr. Oye. What have you learned about creating a learning environment in which students with different backgrounds and learning styles can participate confidently and succeed?
Thank you. Apparently, it's particularly the kind of course I teach. I teach accounting. And accounting, believe it or not, and it's not something that's normally expressed to students coming to accounting classes. Most regard accounting as another course. No, it's not another course. Yes, it's another course, but it's another language. Why? Because it has its own peculiar, specific language that you have to speak the lingual the way it is. Accounting is guided by standards. So because it's guided by standards, you have to speak it. You have to apply it as stated. And that's why at the end of the day, when you prepare your financial statement, it must follow those standards, those guidelines, which you have, whether you like it or you have to cram it and then make it to your own and then apply it and use it. If your financial statement does not follow those rules, they will say so auditor will say it has a material misstatement. So when you say material misstatement, that for statement is not reliable. So basically that's what, but that being said, I've met students or potential students that say, oh, when they hear the word accounting, oh, it's all mathematics, oh, it's all calculation. The answer is no. I do ask, do you like money? Say, yeah, I like money. If you do like money, so do you hire someone to count how much money you have? You say, no. I can count how much money I have, I need, right? Okay, good. That's one question. Another question is this. If you do business, or can you do business? If you can do business, you know when your business is doing well and when your business is not doing well. You can tell. I don't need to tell you. You don't need to go to school for that. But when you come to school for accounting, the informal knowledge you've acquired, we now need to formalize it and now put it to standard. That's what we are teaching you. Not that you don't know how to do it, but this is the right way to do it. I'll give you an example. You want to sell the apple or maybe anything you want to sell, right? You know selling price. You know how much it costs to produce it. So if something costs you $5 to produce, definitely you would not want to sell it below $5 because you will say you want to make a profit. It's not something even someone who has never been to school before understand that concept. And so what is this in accounting therefore that you don't know? You're already doing it. We just want to formalize it so that you know this right way to do it. So basically, that's how I relate to people so that I can douse their tension, their anxiety, their fear that, you know what, this is not for me. I don't think I can know it. No, you can know it because you're already doing it. Let me just formalize it for you so that you know this right way to do it. So basically, that's how.
Wow. So this reveals a lot of the work that you do behind the scenes that people don't see. People don't see that you're constantly observing, adapting your lesson, like trying to break it down, looking at the different learners and creating a space for them to succeed. You know, you also work hard to take learning beyond theory. That is something I just noticed from what you said now, Dr. Oye. How do you help learners now connect classroom concepts, with decisions, the challenges, responsibilities that they encounter in the workplace? I know you just gave an analogy, but how do you create that connection for them?
Thank you. So basically, part of my teaching strategy, I would say, is making what I'm teaching relatable, applicable, be able to apply in a normal way, right? In everyday life. That's what makes you waking up in the morning and having joy in what you do. For me, teaching is me. Accounting in particular, any day I'm teaching my accounting, I don't look at the book. I just go to the classroom. What topic am I teaching? I have my calendar. I know this is the topic I'm teaching today. I just walk into it. I don't have to even have the book. I just tell them. I can write some, question on the board that I made up, and we can walk through 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, the whole day. From that, it comes natural. And so, because I don't typically go to open chapter this or page this, I bring student outside the box of, so I use something that's relatable, that's applicable. That way they can apply it and it'd be much more easier. And I relieve them of the tension that, I have to memorize this. No, you don't have to memorize anything. Just understand the concept, because at the end of the day, no employer will ask you to cite a particular standard. Even exam ACCA do not ask you to cite. If you quote the standard IFRS 1, 2, 3, you just waste your time. Do you understand how it's applied? That's what they want to see. Did you apply it correctly, appropriately in the standard, the way the standard actually says you should do? And that's what it is. I'll give an example. People use words that they don't understand. So I say, for instance, If I say revenue, what is it? Revenue is something company does to gain, to get an income, and it varies. So the way it all depends on your company, your business, for you to say this is revenue. But most people just use that word without knowing what they're talking about. So basically, back to your question, I make it relatable to what is operational, what makes sense, they can relate to without having to be, copying verbatim, from the book, no. Apply it to your situation, because it's not one hat fits all. So use your think outside the box, so that way work will be a lot easier. And that's the way it is. So I'm relaxed when I'm going to school. I'm just going to meet people that I'm going to be talking to. I'm going to talk and talk and talk the whole day. And that's it.
It is beautiful, Dr. Oye. I am loving this. You're just reminding me of back in the days when I did 101, ACC 101 up to 401. I wish I had a lecturer like you. I'm sure I'll still be in that area today. I see that when educators like yourself help someone understand finance, that knowledge can influence their confidence. And just as you talked about not copying verbatim, they can relate it to their family, their career, their business, and their future decisions. And that is so beautiful. I appreciate you for that. Your classroom has always or also now extended beyond physical walls, especially post-COVID. What do you think make an online learning experience genuinely effective, and what mistakes should educators avoid?
Thank you. Okay, so COVID has exposed me in particular, and at first I had, let me put it this way, there's been a paradigm shift in the way I look at accounting. Prior to COVID, the way we teach accounting is blackboard, T on the board, and you chalk here and there and do it. So several years back, Centennial College said, we want to computerize and that thing. I resisted. But now came COVID, that you're not going to class anymore. So if you're not going to class, then you have to teach the student, because the world shouldn't stop. It should still be going. You should just find a way around to navigate through the situation we find ourselves. Then they start giving us an iPad. So fortunately, my iPad is, it's just screen. Okay. And from iPad, I can actually project it by sharing. And because it's, a touch screen, I can actually draw my T account and I can demonstrate it. And after doing it, it's all recorded. I can email it to them so they have a copy of what I've written so far. It makes learning much more easier. It makes me teaching them a lot easier. I don't go to the blackboard, start rubbing. It's all on one little device which is projected, and they can all see, they can learn. And another beauty of the online thing is I also, challenge them to see how they are grasping the concepts which are. So there's a computer, a software, it's a package. We call it Kahoot. So Kahoot, I would, before the class, I will have, asked about 10, 15 questions and then project to them. And then we go through one by one. Again, the reason why I'm doing that is, first and foremost, is to say, okay, last class, this is what we'll learn. Okay, I give a brief overview of what we'll learn, and then I play the Kahoot. Now, the Kahoot is to gauge their level of understanding. Also, it gives me an idea how many people did it get that concept, and how many still struggling. So out of 15 students in classroom, the first question I posted it, and only one out of 15 got it right. It tells me that they don't understand it. It gives that moment of rethinking teaching, relearning that particular concept to identify, also, areas that are because accounting is complex. I agree, but it's a simpler way is constant checking and rechecking. Are you still with me? Are you still there? Are you still, you understand? That alone, because they can see their understanding, they can also compete among themselves. Also, in my class, one of the things I do is that that particular Kahoot, I give it a high premium. So out of 100 for the entire semester, I do give up to 10%. So if you just merely come and attend this 10% is yours. That's it. But if you don't come, you don't get it. So that forces them to come. And that way, I'm able to carry as many people along, with me. Even if they're going to be missing it or they're coming late, they will give me a call, send me an email. So I'll be coming late. Okay. If you go, are you coming? Are you sure you're coming? Yes, I'm coming. Okay. I will delay it for about time, 10, 20 minutes for you. So that way, what I'm doing that is just so I can encourage them to come. All right. If the person is struggling, is making every effort, it's on me to encourage that individual. It's not something, you plan one way, something happens, I have to accommodate that. So, like for instance, nursing mother, for instance, who's struggling to take the kid to the nursery, to the daycare, and is telling me, "Oh, I'm running late." Of course, I have to, accommodate that individual so that to encourage them to make it a habit of coming to class so that they don't miss anything. So basically, that's what I do to encourage it. So yeah, that's the way we've been able to change the scenario with the online situation, with how we find ourselves, still to ensure that we get the material delivered to students, for success.
I really, really do love that. I love your feedback system. I love that you're making very good use of technology to reinforce learning and to also get some pre-assessment before your lesson starts, because that kind of defines your teaching content and your approach to teaching. I really love that, and I realize that your work has also focused around how success is measured. So, what can education leaders learn from performance measurement? You just talked about some performance measurement a few minutes ago. And how can they use the data that they get from that without reducing educational success, to numbers alone?
It's pretty straightforward, really, because for every course, we have the criteria preset. All right. So out of 100 in my class, 10% for Kahoot, which is a recap and review of what you learned. Mm-hmm. And this requires 100% attendance. There's no proxy. You got to be there to attend it, be it online or in person. Anyhow, you have to log in to participate. 10% if you did, 0% if you do not. So that's number one. Number two, there's an assignment. Again, explain to them 20%. This is what you got to do for the whole semester that covers all this chapter. Again, is to re-emphasize, to also to ensure that the learning is going on. And also I can check who is doing it, who is not doing it, who are those doing it but not doing it right, and they're falling by the roadside. So we can have an intervention with them so that we can, if they need extra help, one can give them. If you need more time, I can give you more time to get done. The whole idea is get it done. That way will enhance your understanding, be able to apply the knowledge, the concept properly. That's that. Then there is the exam component. So which these are the times the exam will be done. For midterm, this is what it is. The final exam, this is the. So from day one that we started the class, they have it. I have them like I call it course calendar. It's different from course outline. Course calendar, which is a day by day topic covered, the area of the textbook. That's because I have to make clear reference because of the transferability of credit between institutions. So we have to have that formal standard. But beyond that, I can how I deliver it is up to me. But as long as the topic is related to a particular topic which other institutions are using, and we have the same measurement at stake to ensure that the performance standard is not lowered, quality is maintained, and the outcome is what matters. How people are able to. And so it's not something that you can just say, okay, I'm just handing out just because you're there. No, you still have to do the work adequately, professionally, quality wise, and that way, whatever you get. I mean, if any student come out of my classroom, you got an A, you go write professional exam, you get an A. And that's why I tell them, I say, listen, I'm not going to give you a mark that you cannot defend. I will not do that. Why? Because if I did that, I'm setting you for failure. You're not a student. You ask me, you coerce me, you do it, whatever, you got an A. Here's a failure. You have that overconfidence that you're able to do something you're not so knowledgeable about. So now I'll give you a complex assignment that requires that knowledge. How are you going to demonstrate your understanding? You just go goof there, and then look, and it's financial. We talk about money. You lose somebody's money, they come back to sue you. So that's the way it is. So again, yeah, we ensure the standard is laid out, quality is maintained, performance measured, and then at the end of the day, the learning outcome is achieved based on what set in the course outline.
Dr. Abioye, you are thorough. Like, there is so much work that you do behind the scenes that nobody sees and nobody understands. And I'm really glad that you're able to break it down and let all of us know the extent to which you go to make sure your students are successful. What is the most thing that you can say you're proud of, considering your work? In conclusion.
Well, I'm very proud to say that in terms of retention, I typically have 90% retention rate in my class, 90% minimum, most time 100%. And reason because I take attendance. I don't physically come to be calling names with the Kahoot I mentioned, 10% attached to it. Nobody want to miss it. So that alone forced them. And so going through the process, I also, give extra class, help. I have office hours to assist students. Sometimes I can do remedial classes just to make up for any particular concept that's me. So I tell you, so what makes me happy, I'm always getting 100%, 90% minimum, but these very hard students will drop my class because I make it, my responsibility. If you want to drop my class, you have to seek my permission first before you make that decision. Reason is because students make irrational decision when all they need is just one little push and they are there. But because maybe they have other issues and they are ashamed or afraid or something, or anxiety, that kind of thing, they just make that irrational decision. But I said, you know what? Do me that favor. Give me that honor. Before you say you drop my class, let's have a discussion first. If we have that discussion and we both agree that, maybe you have some personal issues that's encroaching to your study time, or it's not making you to be able to concentrate, or there is something else outside my control that I can help with, then we'll make that decision. But it has to be a joint decision, not just you, my student, taking that decision that you're living without me saying, you know what, you can go. Because at the end of the day, if he wants to come back again, they'll still ask me, do you still want that student back? So let's make that decision together before you exit in the first instance. So that way, coming back or continuing will be seamless for both of us. So basically, that's how we do it.
Amazing. Dr. Abioye, one of the reasons why Voices of Education exists today is that works like this do not get thrown away. We want people to see beyond the qualifications, the lectures, the research, your titles, and your position. They may not see the years of preparation, or the students that are encouraged, the professionals that have been mentored by you. But today, we really want everybody to recognize your contribution as an educator. We recognize your commitment to helping students understand complex ideas like accounting and all the concept, gap principles, and all these things, and helping them apply them confidently in real life. We recognize the inclusive learning environment you have worked to create. We recognize your contribution to finance, accounting, research, virtual education, professional leadership. And you mentioned just a few minutes ago, I'm just going to let it out, he's going to be the president of ACCA in the next coming weeks. We recognize all of these community service, sir. And most importantly, we recognize the people who have gained a lot of knowledge just from you. So thank you so much for the work you have done and for the impact you continue to make. I really want to appreciate that, Dr. Abioye. So I don't have any other questions for you. And I think that, you have done a great job sharing your story with us with such openness and generosity. Your journey reminds us that education is not simply about delivering information. It is about building confidence, developing judgment, and opening opportunities and possibilities for students and as many people that come around us. Your work reminds us about all of this and the impact that educators like you, who are rare, make. So we want to appreciate you today, and we want to thank you for coming to TeddyEd, because we always believe that educators deserve to be recognized, not just for what they teach, but also for the lives that they shape and the futures that they build. So Dr. Abioye, today we celebrate you again and again and again. And to everyone watching and listening, thank you for joining us for another Voices of Education conversation. Think of an educator whose work has made a difference in your life. Thank them for us. Share their story. Let us know about them and we'll emphasize it. Help us make contributions visible. And until next time, keep learning, keep inspiring, and keep recognizing the people who make education possible. I'll see you in my next video.